The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture present Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson. Also presented by Double Diamond Farm, Gulfstream Park, Journeyman Stud, Ocala Breeders Sales Company, Pleasant Acres Stallions, Tampa Bay Downs, Valerie Daly, Showcase Properties, and Woodford Thoroughbreds.
Hello everyone and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring the first graded stakes action of 2015 for just turned 3-year-olds, along with the Rising California Turf Star and the Grade 2 San Gabriel Stakes. We begin at Laurel Park with the Native Dancer Stakes. Storm and Monarcho, the 2-to-1 favorite. Dave Rodman picks up the call.
49 seconds was the half mile, so 2.5 furlongs left to go. And it's Chero who's been in front since the beginning. Chero, Cosmic Gold, Storm and Monarchos asked for a little more third. El Nawi is fourth in Turco, Bravo, and River Rush as they make the turn in for home. Cosmic Gold striking the lead, but El Nawi, the presence on the outside, the 6 and 114 flat, they're head to head, and El Nawi's got the momentum in the center of the track. Sheldon Russell setting down El Nawi, and El Nawi with a sudden burst of energy moving away in the last 16th of a mile in the Native Dancer Stakes for Shadwell Stable. El Nawi sharp to win.
El Nawi romps to a 7 1/4 length victory over Turco Bravo. Sheldon Russell aboard the Keeneland Sells Graduate in 1:45 2. Regally bred El Nawi records his first stakes victory. The Kieran McLaughlin trainee was last seen finishing 6th in the Queens County Stakes at Aqueduct. The 5-year-old horse by Street Sense was bred in Kentucky by Sienna Farms and is a half-brother to multiple Grade 1 stakes winner To Honor and Serve. A $500,000 Keeneland September yearling, El Nawi has earned $290,000 for Shadwell Stable. Fillies and Mares sprinting down the hill at Santa Anita in the Grade 2 Monrovia Stakes. Velvet Mesquite, the 7-2 favorite. Trevor Denman has the call.
Down the hill they come now, and out on the lead is To My Valentine by a length. Velvet Mesquite right there second. Shrinking Violet tucked in third. Biorhythm on the far side. One more is in there. Gender Agenda 6th, only 4 lengths off the leaders. Judy in Disguise on the outside. Then comes Warm Breeze, and behind that we have Wishing Gate. They come to the top of the lane now, and going on with it is To My Valentine hanging on, but here's Shrinking Violet at the rail, coming with a game run as well. Late run now from Heat Trap, going to be running on. Gender Agenda down at the rail. On the outside, Sky Treasure comes late too. Shrinking Violet holding on. Shrinking Violet going to get there. Shrinking Violet won it.
10-1 Shrinking Violet, the winner by a length and a quarter over Heat Trap. Kent DeSormo aboard the Keeneland Sells Graduate in 1:12 2. Shrinking Violet gets her first victory since taking the Lightning City Stakes at Tampa Bay Downs nearly a year ago. The Wesley Ward trainee returned from an 8-month layoff to finish 3rd in the Holiday Inaugural Stakes at Turfway Park. The 5-year-old mare by Congaree was bred in Kentucky by Ashbrittle Farm and was a $4,000 Keeneland November weanling. Shrinking Violet has earned nearly $395,000 racing for Ward. Kent DeSormo with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com.
Hunter's Bay and Emma Jane Wilson storming clear now, and it's Hunter's Bay, a pulling away winner of the Eclipse. Hunter's Bay on the outside. On the inside, Tender Harbor. Hunter's Bay and Emma Jane Wilson who win the Dominion Day.
Champion Hunter's Bay, a multiple graded stakes winner of over $600,000 with triple-digit buyers on all surfaces, standing at Adena Springs South.
Within the historic stone walls of Ashford Stud, champions abide. Leading sires Giant's Causeway, Tale of the Cat, and Scat Daddy are paving the way for champions Shanghai Bobby, Uncle Mo, and Looking at Lucky.
Looking at Lucky suddenly opens up 2.5.
Coolmore America, home of champions.
Combining the legacy of Kentucky with the fertile breeding ground of Florida, Woodford Thoroughbreds proudly introduces in 2014 Warfront's best son to stand at stud, multiple graded stakes winner, Sold Out, and juvenile Grade 1 winner of the Hopeful Stakes, currency swap. Woodford Thoroughbreds, where a new generation of horse racing excellence has begun.
Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
Discover Ocala, horse capital of the world, centrally located between Orlando and Jacksonville. Ocala's thoroughbred industry has many incentives to breed, raise, and train thoroughbreds. Here are a few recent listings: Oak View, Copacabana, Marnick, Ocala, Marion County. Come visit us and we'll show you why it's a great place to live.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with 3-year-old fillies featured in this segment. We begin on the turf at Gulfstream Park with the Ginger Brew Stakes. Right on Kitten, the 9-5 favorite. Larry Comas has the call.
They continue their way up the backstretch. And on the inside, it is Sunday Sonnet, and on the outside, Divine Aida. These two went 48-1 for a half mile. They're side by side into the turn. And then it's Cardinal Cove and Nikki's Brown Miss, and she's going well. Nikki's Brown Miss up to third. She's going to angle to the outside of the top 2. And Divine Aida has taken the lead. Jesus Rios and Divine Aida to the front. Sunday Sonnet on the inside. Here comes on the far outside, Nikki's Brown Miss, and she's closing in with Divine Aida to catch. Divine Aida, Nikki's Brown Miss on the outside. Then it's Sunday Sonnet hanging in there at the rail, but it's Divine Aida. Divine Aida and Jesus Rios win the Ginger Brew.
Divine Aida draws off to defeat Nikki's Brown Miss by 3.5 lengths. Sunday Sonnet third for a sweep by Keeneland Sells graduates. Jesus Rios, the winning jockey, in 131-1. Divine Aida won her last 2 starts at Gulfstream Park West. The Ramon Morales trainee is 2 for 2 at the distance of 7.5 furlongs on turf. The 3-year-old filly by Unbridled Song was bred in Kentucky by Alpha Delta Stables. A $200,000 Keeneland September yearling and a $120,000 OBS June 2-year-old, Divine Aida has earned $109,000 for Stronach Stables. The Biederman Real Estate featured listing this week features a state-of-the-art stallion barn and breeding shed with an attached 3,000 square foot office or residence. Log on to BiedermanRealEstate.com to see all our current listings. Next from Gulfstream Park, the Grade 3 Old Hat Stakes. Fashion Alert, the 2-5 favorite. Once again, here's Larry Comas.
Now, Fashion Alert is going to squeeze her way up in between horses as they race past the half-mile pole. Concealed with a Kiss, Fashion Alert got through, and on the outside, it's a Cotty's Phaeton, and they went 22-3 for the quarter. And then it's Our Sassy Lass just behind them, running in 4th. Break of another 3 back to Jamie's Dancer, and then it's Slava, and at the back, Temperament Patty around the far turn. On the outside, a Cotty's Phaeton, Fashion Alert, all out in between horses in second. And then it's Concealed with a Kiss cutting the corner. And Our Sassy Lass on the outside, and Fashion Alert just steadied out of that pack. It is back running in 4th now as they come into the final furlong. It is a Cotty's Phaeton and Our Sassy Lass, and the two of them are heads apart with a 16th to go. A Cotty's Phaeton on the inside, Our Sassy Lass on the outside. Coming down to the line, a Cotty's Phaeton has won.
7-1, a Cotty's Phaeton by Darby Dan Farm stallion Tail of Cotty defeats Our Sassy Lass by half a length. Odds-on favorite Fashion Alert well back in the show spot after a troubled trip. Louise Saez aboard in 110 flat. Winner of her first 2 starts over the track, Cotty's Phaeton finished 6th in the Our Dear Peggy Stakes on turf. Back on the main track for her latest, the Bill Kaplan trainee was runner-up in the House Party Stakes at Gulfstream Park West. The filly was bred in Kentucky by Haymarket Farm at Mockmer Hall. A $50,000 OBS August yearling, Cotty's Phaeton has earned $118,000 for Phaedrus Flights, LLC. Darby Dan Farm stallion Tail of Cotty's first crop 3-year-olds already include Cotty's Phaeton, the fast-rising 3-year-old filly who captured the Grade 3 Old Hat Stakes. Televicati has sired 14 winners to date from his debut crop and is among North America's leading second crop sires in 2015. To Santa Anita for the Grade 2 Santa Ynez Stakes. Like the City, the 5-2 favorite, Trevor Denman has the call.
And away they go. Sedur flies out of the inside gate, and Sedur goes straight to the lead. Lady Lake on the far side. XO up between those two. Light the City and the Gold Cap is right there too. And then we come back to Callback in fifth. Morning Coffee's in the sixth spot, giving them 5 length start. Behind that comes Henny, the Love Penny. Now there goes Rat-a-Tap-Tap on the far side. Rat-a-Tap-Tap's going to have to go wide, but only 3 off the leaders. Last a long way is Conquest Hollanate. Into the turn they go, and Sedur is the leader. Sedur leads it. XO in second. Light the City third. Along the inside comes Callback. Lady Lake in the blue now having to be ridden along. On the far side, Rat-a-Tat-Tap is 4 off the leaders. Morning Coffee back of the leading group. And then 4 back to Henny the Love Penny. There's something wrong with Conquest Hollanate. Conquest Hollanate is eased. They come to the top of the lane now, and Sedur goes on. Sedur is sent for home, responds willingly, and it's Sedur in front. Callback in the orange cap, looms the danger. XO back in third. Sedur goes on strongly for the line, leads it by 3 lengths. Callback in second, but a huge performance from Sedur today. Sedur and Rafael Bejarano, very impressive.
Sedur, the front-running winner by 2 1/4 lengths over Callback. Rafael Bejarano aboard the Keeneland Sells graduate in 1:15.1. The Jerry Hollendorfer trainee was a 2-time stakes winner at 2, including a 5.5 length score in the Golden Gate Debutante. The filly by Elusive Quality was bred in Ontario by Anderson Farms and Moret Farrell. Sedur has earned $262,000 for Regis Farms. The filly was consigned by Anderson Farms to the 2012 Keeneland November sale, where she was purchased by Regis Farms for $130,000. Grade 2 Santa Ynez Stakes winner Sedur, the Keeneland Sells graduate of the week. The Spendthrift Farms stallion of the week is It's My Lucky Day, millionaire winner of Saratoga's Grade 1 Woodward Stakes, and a leading older horse of 2014. Visit Spendthrift's open house daily during the Keeneland January sale and inspect It's My Lucky Day and the rest of the 2015 stallion roster.
Eye-popping 108 and 4. Flat out in front. Flat out is still in front. Flat out by 3 coming down to the wire. Flat out wins, and here comes Flat out. Who's full out? It's Flat out to win the Cigar Mile.
From the Gone West sire line comes the powerfully made, brilliant 2-year-old Horse Greeley. With first crop graded stakes winners, Horse Greeley is siring quality runners throughout North America.
Clearly now with an arresting victory here. Crushes the field, and a good field it was.
Leave the light on with the lead. They come for the finish line. Leave the light on. Wins the Remsen.
The early results look promising for Horse Greeley, standing at Claiborne Farm.
A Florida bred. He is not just a racehorse. He is our heart. He is our toil and sweat. He soaks up the bright sunshine, becoming mighty and strong. He feasts on our abundant grass and drinks our mineral-rich water. He is a way of life, our champion. His excellence brings us chills as he competes, inspiring us to greatness. He is our purpose, our soul. He is a Florida bred.
Living up at the Downs. Do you like having a great time with your friends and family? Then you will have a great time. Come out to Tampa Bay Downs and you will see Thoroughbred racing, Texas Hold'em tournaments. You gotta know when to pull them. Help your golf game at our practice range. You can bet there's so much more. Tampa Bay Downs. Live it up at the Downs.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 3 Jerome Stakes coming up in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin with turf 3-year-olds at Gulfstream Park in the Grade 3 Dania Beach Stakes. Smoke'em Kitten, the 9-5 favorite. Larry Comas picks up the call.
47 2/2 mile, and now it's Smoke'em Kitten who leads the way on the far turn by a length. And then it's Wayward Kitten in second. A Lot is third to the outside. Behind them, Mostly Mozart is in fourth. Trying to get going are Cronin the Barbarian and Night Prowler. They're coming to the top of the stretch. Smoke'em Kitten turning for home in front. Wayward Kitten, A Lot on the outside, closing the gap in third. Night Prowler fourth, trying to get going. A Lot has taken the lead. A Lot and John Velasquez to the front. Night Prowler closing the gap strongly now on the outside. A Lot and Night Prowler. Night Prowler, A Lot. Here's the wire. Night Prowler has won.
5-2 second choice. Night Prowler by Ashford Stud Stallion Giants Causeway gets up to defeat A Lot by half a length. Javier Castellano, the leading rider by both wins and earnings in 2014, aboard in 1:30-2. Night Prowler broke his maiden in his second start over the Belmont turf, then wrapped up his juvenile campaign with a close third-place finish in the Pulpit Stakes at Gulfstream Park. The gelding was bred in Kentucky by his owner, Paul Pompa Jr. Night Prowler has earned $118,000. Chad Brown trains the winner. Bullet Train is a group-winning three-quarter brother to the Great Frankel. His first foals are yearlings of 2015 and are outstanding. Contact Crestwood Farm to inquire about Bullet Train. Next from Gulfstream Park, 3-year-old sprinters in the Spectacular Bid Stakes. Ready for Rye, the 11-10 favorite. Again, here's Larry Comas.
Up front, It's Not Me. Going along on the lead here, It's Not Me ran a 22 flat quarter and leads the way by a length and a half over Ready for Rye in second. Then it's Barbados third, 3 lengths off the lead as they round the far turn. Big Family is next, and then comes Tizcano. Toasting Master still about 6 lengths behind as they come to the top of the stretch. And Ready for Rye draws up alongside of It's Not Me, but It's Not Me is still there at the top of the stretch. It's Not Me in front, Ready for Rye, Barbados running a big one on the outside of them, and Barbados is under a full head of steam. Barbados and Luis Saez have taken the lead, leaving Ready for Rye and the others behind. Barbados has won the Spectacular Bid.
6-1 Barbados by Windstar Farm Stallion Spitestown draws off to defeat Ready for Rye by 3 lengths. The second stakes victory on the card for Luis Saez. The 3-time Keeneland Sells grad clocked in 109-2. An impressive 5-length maiden winner in his first start on dirt at Keeneland for Windstar Racing. Barbados was making his debut for Suzanne Stables, which purchased the racing prospect for $340,000 at the Keeneland November sale. The colt was bred in Kentucky by Tommytown Thoroughbreds. Barbados has earned $113,000. Michael Tomlinson trains the winner. 3-year-olds running a mile at Gulfstream Park in the Mucho Macho Man Stakes. Mathuk, the 6-5 favorite. Once again, here's Larry Comas.
A 23 flat first quarter up the backstretch, and Bluegrass Singer has taken over the lead. Bluegrass Singer in front, Juan and Bina 3/4 of a length behind in second. Mathuk, the favorite, is third and just outside the leading pair with a half mile to go. And then it's Amy's Flatter followed by Honest, and they went 44-4 for a half mile. And now they're going into the far turn. Bluegrass Singer is the leader. Now 3/4 of a length in front with 3 furlongs to go. Mathuk second to the outside. Juan and Bina's third. Then it's Amy's Flatter. Brother Bobo's got 5 lengths to make up. Honest is next, and they're coming to the top of the stretch. And it's Bluegrass Singer turning for home in front. Mathuk on the outside second. Amy's Flatter cuts the corner in third, and then it's Brother Bobo, and they're into the stretch, and Bluegrass Singer is still going strong. Amy's Flatter has moved up into second. Mathuk is back to third. Bluegrass Singer has the lead coming down to the wire. Bluegrass Singer and Javier Castellano in the Mucho Macho Man.
2-1 second choice. Bluegrass Singer holds off 13-1 Amy's Flatter by a length and 3/4. Javier Castellano aboard the Keeneland Sells graduate in 135-4. Stakes placed at 2, the Marcus Vitale trainee was an impressive front-running winner of an optional claimer over the track and trip in his 2-year-old finale. The gelding by Bluegrass Cat was bred in Kentucky by Gaines Gentry Thoroughbreds and Hardy Thoroughbreds. It was a $27,000 Keeneland November weanling. Cross Sabers Farm purchased the winner for $28,000 as a 2-year-old. Bluegrass Singer has earned nearly $120,000. To Aqueduct for the Grade 3 Jerome Stakes. El Kebir, the 7-5 favorite. John Embrial has the call.
And they're off. El Kebir broke well, then bobbled a bit right after the start. Australenker is going out for the lead with Accurate right there. NASA's 3 wide. El Kebir will be 4 wide going into the clubhouse turn. Just in behind the front runners, Mini Cosmo and Royal Berg. Now We Are Free is 7th with a 5-length gap back to General Bellamy, who trails the field in 8th. And the field has reached the backstretch, the opening quarter mile over the good inner track in 23 3/5 seconds. Australenka is the leader here by a length over NASA. El Kebir in the clear on the outside in 3rd. Accurate runs in 4th, about 4.5 from the front. Royal Berg is in between horses. Now We Are Free is on the outside, and Mini Cosmo down at the rail, and it's a big break back to General Bellamy. The half went in 48 2/5 seconds. Australenka challenged here by NASA. They're heads apart for the lead, and the favorite El Kebir is right there in 3rd and now moving up, so 3 of them across. Australenka at the rail, NASA in between, El Kebir on the outside, 4 lengths to Accurate in 4th. Farther back, it's Mini Cosmo in 5th, 3/4 in 1:13 3, and the newly turned 3-year-olds head for home in the Jerome. And here's El Kebir now to take over the lead. El Kebir's in front. Nasser is running in 2nd, then Accurate and Australenka. El Kebir has built a 3-length lead and just the 16th of the wire. And on this gray day at Aqueduct, it's the gray colt El Kebir to take the Jerome.
El Kebir by Ashford stud stallion Scat Daddy easily defeats NASA by 4 3/4 lengths. The Florida bred under high weight of 122 pounds and CC Lopez in 144 3. El Kebir concluded his juvenile campaign with a sharp front-running score in the Grade 2 Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes. The current Kentucky Derby points leader is trained by John Terranova II. One of several top classic prospects for Zayat Stables, El Kebir has earned nearly $389,000. The colt was bred in Florida by Russellwood Farm Incorporated and was a sales-topping $250,000 OBS August yearling. Florida breds, race him or chase him. El Kebir paid $4.90 to win and is the Malones Favorite of the Week, presented by Malones, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. Coming up, a rising California turf star.
Share what you love about Florida.
Wholesome food that's fresh from Florida. You already know how good it is, but did you know that buying locally makes a good thing even better? Food grown here by Florida farmers doesn't need to be shipped as far. That saves fuel and cuts emissions, which helps the environment. Buying Florida-grown products creates jobs and generates revenue, and that helps our economy. Fresh from Florida. Good for the environment, good for the economy, good for you.
Here's Sydney's Candy now full of run. And Sydney's Candy, very impressive turn of foot, puts them away and opens up on them now. An absolutely scintillating performance from Sydney's Candy. Never gave them a jab. We're in for an absolutely devastating performance here. Sydney's Candy, they would need to sprout wings to get to Sydney's Candy. But it's a one-horse race. That one horse is Sydney's Candy.
And they're
After finishing a disappointing 8th in her first start, Groupie Doll would rebound just 2 weeks later to impressively break her maiden. She would go on to become one of the best sprinters of her generation, earning back-to-back Eclipse Awards. After selling for $3.1 million at the Keeneland November sale, everyone believed her racing career was over. But Groupie Doll would return and add another graded stakes victory to her impressive resume. OCD Pellets. Build stronger bone and build your success story.
Time now for the feature race of the week, presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. To Santa Anita for the Grade 2 San Gabriel Stakes. Tom's Tribute, the 8-5 favorite. Here's the call by Trevor Denman.
And away they go. Big Bane Theory hopped away smoothly, one from the inside, an Edge of Reality down at the rail. On the outside, Sky Ring now been ridden along, wants the lead, so it looks like Sky Ring's going to go up to take over. On the outside, Tom's Tribute. He can't drop in yet. He's been caught wide, but in a good spot right behind those leaders. Power Ped has the white cap. Patriotic and Proud is only 3.5 off them. They're not in a big hurry up front. Dynamic Sky races back second last, and Finnegan's Wake as the trailer. 7 lengths would cover the lot. They head to the three-quarter pole, an Edge of Reality in front now by just about a length. Sky Ring is in second. Tom's Tribute has now dropped in on one off the rail, is in third, 2 lengths off the leaders. Big Bane Theory travelling well enough at the rail in fourth, and Power Ped is fifth. Then we come back to Patriotic and Proud, 4.5 off those leaders. Just in behind that, Finnegan's Wake and Dynamic Sky just been patiently ridden at the back. Only 7 lengths would cover the lot. They run past a half-mile pole, and it's still Edge of Reality showing the way to Sky Ring. Tom's Tribute just biding his time in third. Tom's Tribute still has to go wide, but only a length off the lead. Big Bane Theory scrapes the paint. Then Power Ped. Patriotic and Proud, Finnegan's Wake, and the trailer Dynamic Sky. They come into the top of the lane, and Sky Ring now joins Edge of Reality. These two turn for home together. Tom's Tribute in the orange cap comes to tackle. Big Bane Theory needs somewhere to go down the centre of the track. Power Ped is in with a shot. Dynamic Sky nowhere to go. They come for home. Power Ped, Finnegan's Wake on the outside. Finnegan's Wake finishing like an express train. Tom's Tribute on the inside. Late run, Patriotic and Proud, but Finnegan's Wake has won it powerfully.
Finnegan's Wake rallies from last to defeat Patriotic and Proud by a length. Victor Espinoza up in 148-1. Back-to-back graded stakes victories for Finnegan's Wake, who defeated Patriotic and Proud by a neck in the Grade 2 Hollywood Turf Cup. Winner of the Grade 3 Arlington Handicap last summer for Dale Romans, Finnegan's Wake was transferred to Peter Miller shortly thereafter. The 6-year-old horse by Powers Court was bred in Kentucky by Jerry Crawford. Finnegan's Wake has earned $945,000 for Donegal Racing and Rockingham Ranch. We'll have the Grade 2 San Pasquale Stakes for older horses and the Grade 3 Sham Stakes for 3-year-olds next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week is presented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture. Online at tbredweek.com.